Hi, I'm Nicole with Recherche Kennels. I am here with Heidi's Miss Yellow. I'll be giving you her first update today. First thing I'm going to do is scan her for her microchip, so you have that now. We will scan her again in that final instructional video that you get right before she goes home. Now today I'm just going to do a basic obedience session with her. I'm going to show you where she's at, how she's doing. Overall right now she's more on the luring side. We're still trying to lure her into positions, into behaviors, and then also she's offering a few of them as well, which is really, really nice to see. So hopefully she'll show off today for you and be all happy-go-lucky like she normally is. Yes! Hi, baby! Hi, baby! So the first thing I'm looking for is for her to simply sit and give me her focus. I'm going to show her that I have treats to help get that focus. And then she has to sit still. That's a good girl. I don't want her feet up in the air when I treat her. She has to be in that sit position to get a treat for that sit. So if she jumps up, I'll pull that treat away. Good girl, good girl. Yes, if she gets up and starts bouncing around, again, I'm going to wait for that nice sit. Yes, good job. Very good. That's a good girl. Next thing is place. It's simply to get her up on the cot and then for her to stay up here. Now right now there's no consequence if she steps down on her own because she's not under command. I'm just trying to encourage her to be up here and to stay up here for me. That's a good girl. The more relaxed position she's in, the more likely she's going to get a reward. Good girl. She doesn't have to technically sit or lay down, but that's what I'm encouraging, especially at this age. Because for her to stay up there, she's got to be in a sit or down. If she's standing up, she's going to step down if I step away. Good girl. Now I'm going to move to the other side. A lot of times they'll jump down off the front, just like that. Yes, good girl. And what I want is for her to understand it doesn't matter which side of the cot I'm on. No, you don't need that. Over here. I got treats over here. It doesn't matter which side of this I'm on, she's got to stay up here to get those treats, to get that reward. Again, she jumps down, it's no big deal. Good girl. But what she's learning is up here, it's all positive. Down there, there's nothing going on. Eventually, she will get corrected when she knows better, when she knows this command. We'll add in those corrections, but for now, she's leash free, and I'm just getting her to offer these behaviors. One more time, one more time. What I want is for her to wait for the okay, that release command. Over here, baby. Over here. I know you're excited to do stuff, but you gotta focus. Good. Right here. Yes, that's a good girl. So what I want is her to be patient. I want her waiting. Okay. And then I give her that okay, and that okay simply means she's free from that command. We're gonna move on to the next thing. She doesn't have to come to me. I always want to encourage that, of course. But with okay, there will never be a correction if she doesn't come to me. It doesn't mean come to me. It's just simply encourage that she does, and it just means that she's free from whatever command she's in. So right here, this one's sometimes the tricky one. Sometimes they get it really easy. Sometimes it's a little tricky to lure them in. Good. Back here. Yes, good girl. And it's the same concept. I want her to hold this position. I want her to stay in that kennel and not immediately step back out as soon as she goes in or as soon as she gets that treat. She's got to be in there and she's got to wait. Good. Standing or staying on the side of this crate instead of being in front, it helps keep her in. If I'm in the front, she's going to step out right away to come to me. Here she thinks she's in a way she's trapped, but I'm treating her through the front. Good girl. Okay. And then I come out into the front of it. Okay, to help encourage her to step out. That's a good girl. You're so smart. You're so smart. But you can see with both of these positions, she already has, she's already starting to get the understanding of having to hold that position of stay in that space with me. Good girl. No, you gotta put your butt down. That's a good girl. Good girl. Now we're gonna do the down. Now the down is definitely the trickiest one for them to get. Good girl. Good girl. We almost always have to immediately lure them to the ground in the beginning. I'm gonna go halfway this time and see if she can think through it. Good. Yes, good girl, good girl. At this age, I do not expect her to be able to do down without that lure. I can maybe sometimes get her where it's kind of level with her nose, where she might drop down, but usually that's more of an accidental move on her part. If I can get her to do it though, that's going to be a positive thing. Yes, it's gonna be a step forward, huh? We'll try this hand. Since you're scooting, I'm gonna go to a little bit lower again. Yes, good girl, good girl. And right now, the biggest thing with down is just teaching her that being in this position, it's a good thing, it's a happy place to be. Just like with the sit, if she holds that position, I will treat her again. Good, yes, there you go. There you go. This way she understands that this is a happy place to be. I enjoy when she's in this position. Good, good, that's good, yes. Good, okay. And then if I can get that okay in there before she gets up, of course, that leads back into that stay eventually. Good girl, good girl. Now, with leash walking, we don't have the leash on her yet because the leash is super distracting, and in the beginning, if they have tension too early, they can see the leash as a negative thing right off the bat. So in the beginning, I simply get her to kind of wander with me, stay on my side. I'll treat her on my side. If she sits, that's perfect, good girl. This is what I want. Leash walking, when we say let's go, what that turns into is her on my left side. She's heeling with me essentially. This side, yes, good girl. And when I stop walking, she sits. So she already has a little bit of that idea, not on leash yet, but at least she's comfortable doing what I want her to do. No, you gotta put your bottom down. She's gotta be comfortable in that position. Good girl. If I put the leash on her and then I start doing this, if there's any tension on that leash, it can be a negative thing. She can get to the point where she really does not enjoy it. She hears the let's go and she immediately doesn't like that. But doing this where she's already in a sense doing this behavior, good. When I add that leash on in another week or two, it's gonna make this process a lot easier for her to learn how to leash walk. Let's go this way. Yes, come on. I want her on my left side. Yes, good girl, good girl. So anytime I can encourage her to be on my left instead of my right will lead towards that leash walking. Good girl. I can treat her in movement, or I can treat her if I can get her to sit next to me. Yes, good girl, that's a good girl, very good. Very good, very good girl. So as you can see, she's a very smart girl. She's picking these things up. She does them very willingly. She's very happy in training. Now it's just a matter of getting her to understand when I want her to do them. So if I walk, when I put the leash on her, for example, when we first start that, just because I walk near this cot doesn't mean I want her to do that. So we'll get to that step eventually. Right now, it's getting her to offer these behaviors, to do them consistently, understand that this is something I like. And then when I'm over here near the crate, that's something I like. Or if I'm in the position to help lure her into that down, that's something I like. But anyway, you should see a ton more progress in her next video. These guys make a lot of progress even on a day-to-day basis. We can see vast improvements in their training and understanding of these commands. So in her next video, most of it should be, in a sense, not on command with the word, but at least body language. I give her hand signals, she'll do them. Her patience should be a lot better. She should be able to hold them and sit and focus and be still. You can see that she knows I'm doing training and I've got to pay attention and focus and that sort of thing. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed Miss Yellow and her video, and thank you so much.